Valley Club, it is Mailbag Monday, and we have a couple promo codes floating around that we're going to share in this video. We got some questions about the negative zone, how to get through that. It is repeating again this week, and about some milestones and a lot more. And if you're ready for all of that, Valley Club, you know what to do. Find that like button and let's go smash it. And welcome back to the ValleyFlyin channel. I am ValleyFlyin. I hope you're having an excellent day. I hope you're ready for another round of the negative zone. I hope you're ready for more promo codes for some free stuff. And if you get some value for this video, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, ring your notification bell so you know as soon as a brand new video goes up. Let's talk about the first promo code. This is one from over the weekend. This one was from a community event on Discord that some people participated in, and everyone gets the benefit from it. The code is for 20,000 intel credits. First count champs. So first is 1ST, not FIRST. So 1ST count champs. The rest of it all spelled out. And this is going to expire on June 6th. So 4 days as of me recording this video. So make sure you claim this one. It did work for me on stream last Friday. First count champs. It is for some intel. Let's redeem this. 20,000 should be there. And there it is, Valley Club. 20,000 intel. Make sure you claim that code. Again, first count champs. All right, a Valley Club second code just dropped, Intel Boost. This is going to expire on the 9th of June. This is for another 20,000 Intel credits and 200 free power cores. Make sure you claim all this stuff before it expires. Let's go try to claim it ourselves, and we'll go show where that Pride Gem is if in case you want to see it. All right, so Intel Boost. Let's go redeem this, and it worked on the first try, ladies and gentlemen, for 200 power cores and 20,000 Intel credits. All right, in the Harbinger milestones, one of the things you need to do is find a Pride Gem. Easy way to find that, guys, is go into your roster, find Iceman. It's on the Iceman node. Go where to farm him, and if you look on Heroes 5, 6, that's where he's farmable. And that's where that Pride Gem is. So make sure you do this at least once, and you should get that Pride Gem there. And that is worth all those points in that Harbinger milestone, guys. Make sure you claim all that stuff. So those are the new promo codes of the week. Hopefully claim those, get all that intel. But now it is time for your mailbag questions of the week. And big shout out to everybody that left a question for this edition of the mailbag. If you want to leave a question for one of these future mailbag videos that we do on a weekly basis, make sure you join the Discord. The link is going to be down below. And then go to the mailbag questions channel, ask your question there. Usually go and compile all these questions from this Discord channel. So if you do have a question for this mailbag video, make sure you leave it in the in this channel. But first question of the week, this will not make it the next video because it's late. Harbinger will be done by then. Actually, the first round of Harbinger, the negative zone with 8 nodes, that is done. But now we have a new round of negative zone with 12 nodes. So this still will apply, but maybe someone can help. I'm stuck in node 2 of Harbinger, the negative zone. 4 Gladiators, 1 Thanos, 2 Gords, 2 Hank Pims, and 1 Captain Britain. My Vigilante team is 5.2, still cannot get through. So this is probably the one of the more challenging nodes in the negative zone. Obviously, I have not played the 4 new nodes yet. Let's go into the game, give you some tips on the previous version of the negative zone. So this one, this first node, pretty easy. Second node, this is one of the more challenging nodes out there. So you started with the Captain Britain, the Hank Pym, this Toaster, you got a couple Kangs, and you got a couple of these Gladiators. Usually what I do, start off with that Silver Sable ult and just kill all of these, or just get everybody, get the Taunt-Off's Gladiator, and then I come in with the stun for Hit Monkey, stun one of the Kangs, and then I just go all in on Captain Britain. Now, usually, hopefully, if everything goes well, some of these characters are dead, and then when Thanos pops up, when that next wave pops up, we're ready to go with our Silver Sable ultimate, and then we can stun Thanos. Now, it is not supposed to work like this, but there is a bug in the negative zone. Maybe there's not a new bug in this new version of the negative zone, but the previous version of the negative zone with only 8 nodes, there was a bug. And when you stun Thanos with trauma on there, sometimes the passive goes off, sometimes it does not. So I use that to my advantage, and hopefully we get only one of the Thanos passives dropping. We are fine. Sometimes we get lucky and neither of them drop, but usually I just reset if both of them go off, or Thanos drops and my ultimate from Silver Sable's not ready. Usually if you do that part correct, and you could at least trauma stun one of these Thanos and have that bug that the passive does not go off, usually we're pretty good in this node. This one is a decent node. Yeah, once you are finished with this initial wave, if you could have that Silver Sable ult ready and stun, and then use that when Super Scroll drops, stun him. Once he's stunned, the rest of this is pretty easy. This node, all right, so this node is actually pretty easy, but I always lose Daredevil because of these 2 Kahoris. This first wave, pretty easy. As long as you stun Oath and don't let her take a turn, should be fine. But once the 2 Kahori drops, usually every single hit of both the Kahoris is on my Daredevil Modern. I think it's because he's taunting. But even after his taunt drops, they still go after that Daredevil Modern and he dies. But usually at that point, the Silver Sable hit Monkey, stun this Red Guardian, and just clean up the rest of this team. So this is kind of a challenging node because of Kahori. This one is actually pretty easy if your team is built up enough. These guys are going to take turn after turn after turn, and eventually after about 100 turns, you could finally take a turn, and then if you have your Silver Sable ult ready, you should be good. The good thing about the negative zone is, kind of like the Professor X you don't have to really reset cooldowns. You don't have to save cooldowns, so you can go in confidently and just burn the teams as you want. This node is actually pretty easy. You have the Silver Sable ult ready, and then stun Apocalypse, and then just kill the Black Knights when they drop. This next one also pretty easy, as long as you can take out this Shadow King. He doesn't get stunned. I've made that mistake many times. Shadow King, when he's possessed, or any character when they're possessed, does not get stunned, and I know that. I still stun the Shadow King. Don't do that. Stun one of the Medusas or something like that. And then all in on Odin on this node. Once Odin is dead, you can pretty much auto. It's pretty easy. But yeah, play with it around with a few comps and then beat Odin. Now, I have not done these next 4 nodes. These do not look that challenging, at least off the bat. Maybe their power levels are insane. All right, we got some Starjammers there and 2 more nodes. This one, oh, there's a Mephisto there, right? And all the Ghost Riders. I don't think he was made to have all the synergy with Ghost Riders except for thematic reasons, but now we'll see if gameplay wise that actually affects something. And the last new node for this week, 2 endgame Thanoses and an Apocalypse. I think if we still have the bug and you could trauma stun one of these Thanoses, and for some reason that passive does not go off, I think this should be easy to get through. Taking 2 Thanos passive and potentially Apocalypse empowered basic could be challenging, but I haven't played this yet, and hopefully you don't have too much trouble with this, but hopefully that helps you at least with that second node and Harbinger, the negative zone Harbinger. Ali, I hope you're still working towards feeling better. Always important, even if you feel good. Yeah, most of the time, I'd say 90% of the time I'm good, but it's that 10% of the time that I go into this weird spiral and stuff like that. Still meeting with someone on a weekly basis through BetterHelp, and that I think that's helped. I think that is helping me, to keep me on track, to keep me with normal thoughts and not keep I don't know, demeaning myself and attacking myself all the time in my head. So I'm working towards it. Anyway, speaking of feeling good, unfortunately, I feel the opposite towards MSF right now. I know I'm probably the minority of the player base, but I always try to push towards rewards, even if they aren't great. 2 examples in the Gold, Milestone, and Blitz. While I don't expect most people to do all those things, I'm in a place where I can blitz fairly often with my job, and those type of rewards were great. And then spending 6 million on the Milestone meant that even if they were crappy, but more importantly, growth from our roster. Yeah, I get it. I think that was the only mode that if you had time, you could blitz over and over and over between those resets, those 2-hour resets. to get Blitz credits, which you could use for the Blitz orb, which can lead towards gold. So I guess it does lead towards something valuable, but it's a lot of grinding, my friend. They did take that away, unfortunately, for some players that are able to grind. Not sure if they're going to bring that back. I'm in a place where I could blitz more often than spend 6 million on milestones. All right. But more importantly, growth from my roster. Now I feel there's nothing left for me to do throughout the day. I used to log in multiple times a day. Now I'm down to 2 to 3. Do you think there's any chance we get something like Blitz orb fragments for Blitz wins or another daily gold spending milestone? Daily gold spending milestones, they do those every so often. So I think that will come back. But as far as Blitz, I don't know if they're going to be giving stuff for each Blitz win. Let's actually go to Blitz right now. I haven't paid attention to it since they had that shop. So they used to give Blitz credits per win. Yeah, no, nothing anymore. So the only Blitz credits you're getting is with this stuff. I'm not sure if that was like a bug that they wanted to clear up. I know they want people to grind in the game, and that's very, very grindy. I think it's not for rewards. I know what you want rewards, but I think Danger Room is a lot more fun than Blitz. I like it because you could do a quick run. You could do like level 7 or level 8. That's good for me, but you know, wherever it is good for your roster, and as you collect more of these yellow tokens, you can make it more fun. Now, unfortunately, the rewards, the big rewards, you know, you do a few runs, you can get this. The reward, the points I think are cumulative, but you do need to have one of the elite combat missions throughout your run, or none of those points will count to your high score. But as far as the ranking, I guess this is all you're grinding in the danger room for some cosmetic rewards. I guess some of this stuff, some XLs, earn these in the danger room. I'm not sure what these are for. I guess for some danger room stuff like that, or maybe some milestone points or something like that. But yeah, this is all you could earn. But I love this game mode. I think this is really, really fun. If I got like 10 minutes, I go in and I could play this. I don't have 10 minutes. I'm not really missing out on much because the rewards are just pretty much cosmetic, as opposed to the negative zone, which was pretty fun for the first week or so, and then having to grind that with the timer so that every time I failed a node, I'm like, the timer's ticking, it's gonna click off in 24 hours. This is not as fun gameplay, but I think the danger room is very, very fun. But as far as what they might add sometime that gives some grindy rewards, I would love that. I think all players would love that. I'm not sure if the devs want to lean in towards that. I hope they do that, give something that the players that want to grind can grind. But yeah, I think the danger room is the grindy part, but it's pretty much just for fun. There's no rewards. Let me know what you think would be fair rewards for them. Maybe a small amount of supply credits. Some of these supply credits here, I don't know, or shop credits is what they're called. Let me know what you think would be a good thing if they were to add some kind of endless mode that you could play for very minimal rewards. But if you wanted to keep grinding it at the time, it could be a good thing to add to the game. But yeah, like I said, I would like that. I think most players would like that. I don't know if the devs would like that. Hopefully they do have a reason to bring this to the game, because it may squeeze some of their profits if they do. All right, let's get back to the questions here. Valley, a couple of weeks ago, I pointed out an issue involving the scoring event similar to the current training module event. By the time you addressed my question, the event had ended and access to the page was gone. The scoring issue happened again with this training match issue. The final rewards, the player has to achieve a total of 60,000 points, but according to the sign to pop up, if you click the scoring button that's on the event screen, possible only the scoring is limited to 40,000. I seriously hope this isn't intended, because this is getting slightly old. I think it's very much intended, and I think they let us know in the milestones. I know it doesn't feel good, because for so long in Marvel Strike Force, we're used to getting milestones, getting every single milestones. But for the past year or two, they've had these paywalled milestones. And what I do like what they're doing now is they make it very clear that it is like paid milestones. Obviously, this event before the event ends, you can see what I'm inquiring about. Well, we have another event. The event did end, but we have another event that's coming up. This Gear Tier 20 burst in the store right now. And if you look at the scoring for this, raid battles, armor 20 orb fragments, you're getting all this stuff. Very easy to get these 40,000 points. Very clearly listed, but if you want to get this is click premium milestones by buying points and select offers. So if you want to get after this 40,000, it's very clear what you need. So all this stuff here, all this stuff is free. This stuff, these diamonds and things like that, premium milestone gems, those are pay to win. So I get it. It's not as fun because, like I said, for so long we've had everything that we could grind for. But if they're not going to make it grindy, I like that it's clearly labeled so that you can see that this is where everybody gets if you're willing to grind, and if you're willing to pay, you get some extra stuff. Yeah, like I said, it's kind of what they're doing. They've been doing it for a while. Doesn't feel good, but yeah, I know other games do it as well. So, and then as long as they're making it clear and people aren't confused, I think they've done a good job, at least for me, letting me know where the score is like this. And hopefully this solves that for you, so you're not like, hey, I'm missing out on stuff. It's like, no, these are offers. Milestone 10 is for everybody. Milestone 11 and on, those are just like extensions of offers. The final 20 points are buried behind a paywall. Yeah, it is. But like I said, I appreciate that it's clearly labeled. If you look at the scoring, it is pretty clearly labeled though. The game continues to be more and more demonic with the released characters. Have you heard any reasoning why this seems to be the pattern? Has there any backlash or pushback from the players about this? So the only pushback I heard was when Mephisto came to the game. Mephisto came early to the game and they released Gear Tier 19. They called it Demonic Gear. Well, they changed it to match the rest of the gear. I mean, it kind of went thematically for Mephisto, and what is it? Dark Dimension 8 was Odin. So Dark Dimension 7 for Mephisto. And it kind of went thematically, but I don't think it goes thematically with Annihilus. It didn't go thematically with Odin. So having called Crimson Gear, I think, is a little better. But that's the only pushback I heard. People didn't want it demonic. We do have a lot more demonic characters with this curse team, right? Satana. I guess the hood is I don't know. I don't know too much about it. He doesn't seem demonic, although he does have these red eyes and stuff like that. Helverine definitely seems very demonic. I don't know. I don't have a problem with it. The other game that I play has like a full faction full of demons and things like that. That's just one whole faction of the game. I don't know. Do you guys have a problem with it? Let me know. To me, these are just characters and avatars, and you know, I like certain characters, Wolverine, maybe Madeline Pryor, but it's all about their kits and things like that. So this is just a character model that has a kit to me, and how good is that kit? I'm more concerned about that. I do like some of these character models, how they look, but yeah, for me, it's not a huge concern. I know it can be for some people, so let me know in the comments if it is a concern for you. As we move down to the next question, all these burst events are paywall, but worth it. The trading mats was for over 2,500 L4s for $20. This new one, what is the gems for? I don't know. It is for some premium milestone. I was looking around here. They do mention a Pride gem, but I think that is from that Pride event. Month 2, I don't know if there's anything here for the premium milestones. Let's go over to the web and see if there's anything there. And on the solo milestone events, the Bank Fear Buck, I was wondering if maybe they take those gems, but they're still taking normal strike points. So that is a very good question. I am not sure what those premium milestone gems are going to be used for. I'm sure it's for some kind of extended offer like we have in a game, but I don't know exactly what it's going to be for, but probably something good. Hey Valley, hope all was well with you and yours. Same to you, my brother. Quick question about Twitch drops. Every time I've watched a drop enabled stream on my iPhone or phone, it says that the drops are not available on iOS. If I'm not able to stream on anything other than my iPhone, am I not able to claim those? Am I possibly not doing this correctly? I have verified the login that I use both games and Twitch are the same. Thanks in advance. Have a great day. So this is the issue with the Twitch app on the iOS store, so I understand. Let's go to an older post on Reddit. This was from a few months ago. This was pretty widespread, and I think people were wondering about this when they first enabled the Twitch drops. This actually, I don't know where this is from, but it says 3 months ago. The advertised Twitch drops aren't available on iOS. I don't remember seeing it. It's 2 hours of my life. Does anybody know a workaround when you've got only iOS? So you can earn them on iOS, but for some reason, the Twitch app, there's an issue that you can't claim some of the rewards on the Twitch app on iOS. Now, you can go to a full web browser in Chrome. You can open Safari and claim them through the Twitch webpage there, just not on the app itself. Now, there is some people that say, hey, on the iOS, you could claim it for other games, but not Marvel Strike Force. I don't have confirmation on this. I don't watch Twitch on my iPhone. I watch it on my computer, and then I claim it on my computer as well. I did need to create a separate account because my Twitch account that I use is separate email from my Marvel Strike Force email. So I have to create a brand new Twitch account with that email. I don't think you have to do that. I think they did say that you had to do that, but I know some people were able to connect their account even with different emails. But if you're having issues, I would try to do that just to make sure. But yeah, I think if you try, let me know. Hopefully you could claim this on your web browser on Chrome or Safari, which is the Twitch page itself on an actual web browser, not the mobile version of the browser. But for that, I think you should be able to claim it. But yeah, there's some issues with the Twitch app on iOS. Not sure if it's just limited to Marvel Strike Force, but it is a known issue, my friends. So glad you asked that question in case anybody else was struggling with that as well. That is it for now. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. Hopefully you enjoyed those promo codes. Hopefully got all that intel and could get some really good stuff. If you want to leave a question for one of these future mailbag videos, of course, join the Discord and then go to Mailbag Question channel. Ask your question there. We do this every week, answering all of your questions. And if you got some value from this video, leave it a like. Check me out on social media. Check out my second channel, all about Rage Shadowlands. We have a full demon spawn faction in that game. If you want to get some epic characters for free, use my link in the description. I will see you guys next time though, and if you want to see what are the best characters taken to Professor X / every single dark dimension, check out the video up there. I'll see you guys next time. Have a great rest of your day. Hulk Fist Bum ValleyFlyin out.